Hello. All right. Well, I guess this is how we're going to have to do it for now. So, I figured why we're all here together, I will work on getting stuff up. Why not, right? Hey, William, sorry about that. Now I'm on my phone, and I should have really good, service now. I'd rather it be like this than it being like it was for the others. So, is it seem better now? Everything's showing in the green, so that's a plus. Now, can you guys see anything else on the screen or no? Well, oh wow, we're getting a little sideways there. We don't want that. I do promise I will get this worked out in the next couple weeks, and the shows will be a lot better than what they are right now. Yeah, you should only be able to see my head, right? I mean, from my chin up. I can stand on my tippy toes. I've got you on top of the bench work. So what I'm currently doing now is I'm pulling up all the track that I had laid down. Yesterday to test this section out, so now you should be able to see me better, right? The further I get away, the better off you should see me. Yes. All right. Who is JT? JT1. How you doing, JT? JT1. Alright, shows 4 people in here. Now, you guys can you see the chat on the right side here? Or is that only for me? Yeah, it did, William. I posted a video yesterday, but here's what I ended up doing. So I redid this section entirely. And so this is the reversing loop section, or the main line over here, and then this is the reversing loop. And then, as you can see, the grade is much better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually lower everything 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And that's just because I want the trains to be able to pull at least 25 cars with one locomotive. Right now I can pull 18. But then again, that's without having the locomotives weighted. So once I properly weight the locomotives, I should be okay. So, when it's not... it's much better, yes. So to answer your question, yes, it works. Is the volume still pretty good this go down? Yeah, I had a live stream yesterday. I think it was just more of a can't remember, bench work or something like that, just kind of testing things out. And then I did a actual video afterwards, and I was able to run a train all the way from the lift out all the way around and up into the reversing section and up around part of the peninsular curve. One locomotive was able to pull 16 cars up, no problem. I could pull 20 cars up, but it was slipping a little bit, and so I just backed it down to 16. I could probably pull 18, no problem, but I wanted to make sure that I don't rip any gears or anything like that. There's just, you know, it's unnecessary to do anything like that, especially within locomotives. Volume is great. Okay, good. Yeah, I just figured I'd take some time while I'm chatting, take all my track work down, because I think what I'm going to do, and I'm going to flip the camera around for you guys real quick, and hopefully you can see it. But see, this is the section here yesterday, William, that I redid. If you remembered, it was kind of more of a awkward shape, so I redid that. That's the main line. This is the reversing section there. And the grade is good. Let me get you down here. Maybe you can kind of see it. Maybe you can't. But the grade is really good now. It's right around probably 2.5 maybe. But starting from this point here back, I'm going to go down 1/8 of an inch. And then that will give me a little bit more of a... okay. Yeah, I've never seen him before, so I wasn't sure who he was. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm just planning on altering the percentage a little bit more, only because this back wall... Hey, Sparky. Just because of that back wall, I don't really have anything really planned on that, so I can do whatever I want there with the bench work and get my grade even that much better, so one locomotive could possibly pull 25, 30 cars up with any wheel slip, so that's what we're looking at. Sparky, how's your Wi-Fi extender working in the shed? Good? Alright, and we're going for another trip. See, I like this much better because now I can take you guys with me and I can work on the railroad. And would you look at that? How far away would you say, do you have the unit from the, now I gotta figure out how to set the tripod up so we can all see what I'm doing. Nope, too much. Alright. Don't think that's going to work like I want it to. We can figure this out. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just doing some fiddling around here, getting things turned around. Trying to get you guys to kind of see what I'm working on. I'm just really in the process of pulling up the track from yesterday so I can start more bench work and getting more of a jump on things. All right. Yeah, see, now it's showing in the green, so I'm just wondering if it was an issue with the wife's surface or if it was just a connection issue somewhere with the computer running. Maybe it was running programs in the back or something in the background. what I did is I just used track spikes just to hold the track down temporarily, and only put a couple in at a time, just so I could test the new grade out. So now I'm just going back and pulling up the spikes. I don't use the spikes other than for just temporary stuff, just so I can test. Usually I'm gluing the track down. I don't think I did. I'll have to look. When did you send it? Love that sound of cars rolling on the track. Dwight, I am using code 100. That's something that I've always had, so I'm just using code 100. I know that some guys mix them up, but I just use okay, no, I haven't looked yet. As soon as I'm done with the stream, I will look. But yeah, I just use code 100 everywhere. I haven't gotten to that point yet to where for my like sidings and my yard and stuff, I use the like the code 83 and stuff like that. To be honest with you, I'm not really worried about it. I've had code 100 track for as long as I can remember, so I don't really use it for. I don't use any other type of track, I should say. So Sparky, you got it. So the unit is, I don't know if I can go back in the, yeah, I can, good. Main unit is about 50 feet away in the main house. Okay, so the extender's in the house, which is good, right? That's what you're saying? Oh, look at that. We're on the move again. On the road again. Do 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 do. Uh-oh. Almost dropped the tripod. Getting ready to drop the tripod. Well, look at that pretty bench work, guys. Y'all didn't know you were going to get a treat of bench work today, did you? Alright, so all of my track is up that I put down yesterday, which is good. So I got a little something accomplished. So let's go on back over to the workbench. Yeah, I may end up doing it, probably not on this railroad, but my next big railroad, that'll probably have it on there. That will be the mother of all railroads, possibly. Alright, I know you guys can only see a part of me right now, but bear with me. Alright. There we go. Is that much better? Uh-oh. Now all I see is the chat. I don't want to see all of that. Okay. That doesn't sound too bad then. So you have more than one extender then, right? I may end up doing that myself. I may just try one extender, put it in the main in the master bedroom, which is probably 50 feet away from the actual Wi-Fi unit. You can actually see that, Dwight. See, I'm using that new program, Streamlabs. I don't know what kind of program you use, Sparky, but Streamlabs is pretty cool. It's got a lot of interface stuff to it, and I'm still learning it, so... Dwight, don't go spreading rumors about me being able to read. Good thing I have pictures up there to be able to read. So, Sparky, I hope you heard what I was saying earlier. I didn't mean to offend you. If I did, I do apologize. XSplit Broadcasting. I'll have to look at that and see. Like I say, I like this Streamlabs so far. It seems pretty good. Now it's saying I have a poor connection. Yeah, no, it wasn't about you or anybody else that may, have joined in. It's just I've seen a lot of these I call them in the contracting world fly-by-nighters. They kind of come in and just wreak havoc on everything, and then next thing you know, they're gone. Whereby? What's that? Yeah, I think it could have been my phone causing the issue because I'm jumping from poor connection to good connection. So, if that was streaming back to the surface, and that would be the issue that I had at hand. Ah, okay. Now, this Stratusburg thing, are you guys staying the entire weekend, or are you just going up for the week, or the Saturday, I should say? Yeah, Strasbourg. Hey, Dave. Okay. Well, that's actually right around my birthday. My birthday is the 14th, so the wife is thinking about possibly going up there and taking the son with us and doing the whole weekend up there for that weekend. And then riding, I think they got the Thomas the Train up there, so we were going to ride that with Little Man. No, Dave, or, not Dave, I'm sorry. No, yeah, that's what my wife was saying, so she was wanting to do that, and then she's like, plus you can hang out with the guys, so I may actually show up for that one. Okay. No, Dwight, I'm actually, when we run out here later, I think I'm going to get one of those Wi-Fi extenders today. I'll get one from Target and try it out and see how it goes. Comcast has them, our internet provider, but they for $3, you buy them outright. For $3, I think it's like $150, which isn't bad, but I don't need 3, I only need 1, so I think that's what I'm going to do. See ya, Sparky. I just realized how messy that looks in the back there. I've got track laying all over the place. Good Lord. But yeah, William, this is the area that I'm going to lower down 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So I can just take, like, this one sits right on top of this cut down 1x3. And then I've got risers. So this riser's pretty much going to go away because it'll be flush with this. And then this will drop down an 1/8 of an inch and then so on. Which means I may have to alter the upper level a little bit, but that's not a big deal. My birthday is May 14th. I think you said yours is in February 14th? Or did I read that wrong? I'm doing that, William, basically because I want the least amount of strain on the locomotives. And my one locomotive, which is my pride and joy, it can pull roughly right now 18 cars up without any issues at all. So that's what I'm. Now, granted, when I did this type of layout, everything in mind, I had 3 to 4 locomotives in a consist together. So that's kind of where I was going with it. So, you know, you have that type of pulling power, you'll be able to pull a good amount of cars up. But for one locomotive, I want to be able to make sure it can pull 20 to 25 cars up the grade, so, with no issues. So I'm starting where the main line and the reversing section meet. I'm going to drop that down and then just slowly work my way around the peninsula and then going down that back wall. Yeah. And I'll show you what I mean. And it's not bad, but like, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. But from this point here to that point there, it's a little less than 2%. If I can get it down to like 1.5%, then I'll be better off. And then, see, I have nothing right there except the risers in place, and the only thing that's really in place right now is the loop, or not the loop, the curve going up to the second level, which that all can be adjusted. And the main thing is I have nothing really truly planned. I was going to put a small gravel plant on this side over here, but this was just going to be able to, basically a long scenery run, and that was it. So I have 3 other walls that I can accommodate for everything else that I need on the second level. So that's what I was what I'm thinking about doing. At first I didn't want to do that, but I'm to the point now to where it's everything's still going to flow the way I need it to and look good, so it's not really going to make much of a difference. Now, if my second level was extended out the same distance as what my lower level is, then there may be some issues, but it's not, so we should be okay. So at this point right here, at this current point here, when I start back this way, this will all be level, so I won't have a climb in it anymore. So that back wall, which is 19 feet of run, oh yeah, lots of room. So you think that back wall is 19 feet, so, or this back wall I should say is 19 feet, so I have a lot of space. If I had it to do all over again, I'd probably get one of those metal sheds built and do a concrete floor and probably do a 20 by 40 shed, and then and give myself a little bit bigger area to do a workbench and that sort of thing. But maybe at the new house, or if we end up staying at this one, then I may end up building a new shed, making it more of a what do I want to call it? More of a home away from home, we'll call it. Live chat work. I just saw that Oh man, I just saw the title to this, and it's not really, it's supposed to be Yard Chatter, but I guess it didn't go through with the other one. So basically every other Sunday, some of you may have heard this already. Nice, a 14 by 24. Man, you can do a lot with that. That's a nice place to do a lot of stuff, and you have a nice little area too for a workbench. But so every other Sundays at 11 o'clock, I want to do a live stream. It's going to be called Yard Chatter. Probably for the first couple Sundays that I do them, it'll be probably just like it is today. It'll be a little bit more interactive for everybody, so it's more enjoyable. Today was pretty much just a trial run. And then once I figure out the system and get the Wi-Fi and all the buffering issues fixed, then we'll jump into doing showcases and that sort of thing. And so the first Sunday of the month would be basically Yard Chatter, and that's just us getting together and hanging out and having a good time. And then the third Sunday would be the showcase segment, and I'll probably do 2 layouts from just different people. So if you guys would be interested in something like that, let me know, and I'll let you know what kind of information I'll need. But I need to figure the system out more. Actually, I do. Dave, let me see here. You can't really see it on this one, Dave, but I have been. All this has been sanded all the way around, and it's just, that's something like here I haven't got to yet, and as you can see, but on this section here I've started sanding. But it's nowhere finished yet. So yeah, all of that will be finished before I start doing scenery, just because that's going to play a big part in scenery. If this tells you anything, Dave, this is one of the sanding. This is an 80 grit sanding block that I use, and I've just destroyed one side of it so far. Yeah, and so I'm using this side. I have, in fact, this is, I went and picked these up from Ace, so I have more of them. Who's going to win the game tonight? I'm hoping the 49ers, but I have a feeling the Chiefs are going to take it, but I'm good with either team winning. Yeah, I'll make a video, Dwight. It is. I've actually thought about going out and buying one of those palm sanders, but I can't really see spending the money, especially on something that I'm not going to use all the time. So normally, like, this sanding block has lasted me, I don't know, a couple months now. So I mean, it's destroyed on that side. I mean, I still have some left, which I will use, but I still got the other side. So. But normally, it wouldn't have been this bad. I would have just had to do the edges. But since this is some of the leftover plywood that I had from my layout prior to this in here, I just didn't want to go out and spend the money on another sheet of plywood when I had the sheets out here. So, I mean, you think with the glue and everything like that, I found with the Elmer's glue, taking like a razor knife, that'll pop it off real quick, and then I can just sand it down. But yeah, getting back to what you said, Dwight, I will end up doing a video on the upcoming Yard Chatter episodes, and I'm just trying to get everything finalized. Exactly. I have a full sheet of unused, unpainted plywood out there, but I just trying to use some of the older pieces I have first, and then I think the new section I have, or the new sheet of plywood I have will go on the upper level, because as I was saying earlier, that back level there, that will be raised a little bit, and then the rest will be flat, so that'll be just regular flat bench work there. And I was actually hoping the Titans would have made it to the Super Bowl, but they just didn't play the Chiefs like they did the Ravens and the Patriots. For whatever reason, their run game wasn't there. They weren't trying to run to the outside. Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to do it too. I have a couple sheets of my OSB boards that I use for my wall in here. And a couple of them they look like they're rough, because OSB mainly is rough. There's a smooth side and a rough side. But my dad got a couple pieces from a construction site, because he worked for Ryan Holmes and stuff. He would dig basements and that sort of thing. And he grabbed a couple sheets for me. So I've got the couple sheets in here that he got. And it kind of messes up with the wall because everything is on the smooth side. And then I have that one rough piece there, or I actually have two rough pieces. But I wanted to put that in here since that was something that my dad got for the shed. And as silly as it sounds, you know, with him being gone now, it's my way of kind of, every time I look at it, I remember him. And there's other things in here too that are his, like this this stool. I won't ever get rid of it, but this is my dad's stool, and this is what I sit on. But I've got to get me an actual chair in here for the sit at the desk, because I'm actually like 3 feet taller than the desk right now. Oh wow, that's awesome. Now, once I get a chance, the other couple streams that I did earlier, guys, will be taken down. I'll leave this one up. I'll change the name and that sort of thing. And then hopefully I'll pick up one of those Wi-Fi extenders today and try that out later. It's funny, though, because my phone, when I come out here, in certain sections or certain areas of the shed, I pick up, hey Robert, what's going on? I pick up the Wi-Fi from the house. But if I'm sitting right here next to the door, which is the closest point to that Wi-Fi, it doesn't pick it up. But if I go all the way in the back corner of the shed, it picks it up, and I just don't understand it. How's the layout coming, Robert? It's amazing, though, that my phone runs a lot smoother than what the Surface was running. I guess it's just because it was going through. My phone was acting as a Wi-Fi hub, and it just wasn't working. But yeah, so for the next couple shows that we're going to be doing, I don't know if I'm going to do a video about how to properly tin and what to do with a brand new soldering iron, and then when your tips get like that, or if I'm going to make just a video and then upload it that way. What do you guys think? Should I do a live stream on how I do this, or how I tin it and properly maintain, or should I do just a regular video and upload it? You will be... Will do, sir. Thank you, William. Robert, you will be much happier with a, I tell you what, with a shed. Just make sure that, you know, when you... Are you going to get it pre-built, or are you going to go and put all the specs in it that you want? Regular video and upload it. Okay, well, thanks, William. Have a good one, man. Enjoy your lunch. Yeah, look at it. If you're going to get a pre-built one, try to stay away from one that has a garage door. If you're going to get one built, which is probably going to be between $35,000 and $5,000, you can get everything that you want there. And what I would do is just get a regular door, a steel entry door like this one, Robert, and get that put in. And then that's it. Don't worry about any other doors. Just get the one. And then if you want the windows and all, then do that. But for me, lots on soldering iron. Almost everyone has one on solder. You talking about video, like maintaining videos there, Dave? Yeah, see, this was... When we bought this house, this was here. So, you know, at first it had my dad's Harley and everything in it. And then once we got rid of the Harley, that's when I opened up and then took full control of the full shed. Now, you could probably get one of those steel sheds built with the metal siding and everything for just as cheap, but that would last you a whole lot longer. You'd have to pour a concrete floor, which is not a problem. Now, the one thing that I'm going to be doing with this shed probably this fall is I'm going to be upgrading the system, the heating and AC system, to a mini split unit. And then that way I can actually have a temperature control area at all times and not have to worry about a cost. I mean, it would probably raise the electric bill probably by $20, $25 a month. But, I mean, compared to running an 8-window unit and that porcelain heater that I have, looking at probably $50 to $60 a month. I'll tell you what, getting rid of my garage door was probably the best decision that I've made, especially with what goes on out here. Okay. Yeah, I think because I guess they're so widely used. I mean, I know this is bad, and I know what I need to do with it. I've just, you know, it just started giving me fits the other day. I should have never let it gotten that bad, but unfortunately I did. But it is what it is. Only thing bad about this is this shed here, Robert, is it's become my son's garage for all of his toys. He's got 2 push mowers in here, his cars, his truck. And I'm just like, when is it going to end? So I'm actually getting ready to clean out the smaller shed that I have down behind this one. And hopefully do some storage down there. But I got to get the time to get in there and get everything clean. See, this is all his stuff, right? That's all his. And he's got something else around here too. It's behind me though. But he's got 2 trucks and 2 push mowers over there. So I'm kind of sharing a space. Yeah. But it, you know, Dave, though, it's getting to the point now to where it doesn't want to actually solder right, so I need to clean it and everything. So I thought I would just do a little video on that. But I'm not going to be able to tell you anything different than that you don't even, that you don't know, or that you haven't seen on other videos. So yeah, I've got cameras. Now I'm not going to show you where I have my cameras, but I've got cameras, um, and I've got them on within the shed, and then I got them outside as well. So yeah, I mean, no matter what you have, if somebody's going to break in, they're going to break in. There's just no matter what you can do. I mean, alarm system or not, there's ways around it. Well, Dave, I was. I mean, I just didn't really want anybody to know that. Thanks for outing me there, but that's why if you notice, the tailgate of that truck was down. I just put my knees there and just spin around the layout. But the big thing too is if you don't broadcast, hey, I have this out here, and tell everybody around your community what you have, then you lessen the likelihood of somebody trying to steal your stuff. So, not saying that it wouldn't be possible, because it is, but even with the best security system, it's still a chance that somebody can break in, even in your house. So, I mean, I've got security lights, I've got the cameras. The only thing I don't have is the full-fledged alarm system where if somebody was to break in, it starts going off like crazy. But if they wanted to disable it, they could. My father-in-law, he's really big into electronics, and he's always doing the different security cameras and stuff, and he finds deals on Amazon all the time, and he's got some top-notch cameras that he got for $20 a piece. And I mean, they've got night vision, they can see clearly through rain and snow. You could be 20 yards away and it could pick up all the definition in your face and tell exactly who you are. Yeah, that would usually scare people away. Unless they start shooting back at you, and then you really got problems. But the old saying goes, locks only keep honest people out. But one word of advice is, if you're going to build a shed and you're going to put your layout in it, make sure your homeowner's insurance covers that in case something happens. And then that way, if you a fire breaks out, a tree falls and destroys your shed, or somebody robs you, it's still covered. So make sure you check with your insurance company and let them know what you're kind of thinking about. And it might be just as simple as taking pictures or a video of what you have. Yeah, and that's like what I like about mine. I've got the one of them set up to where it's motion censored. So as soon as something goes by, it automatically sends me emails or even a text. And that's nice. Now the other ones will just kind of record if something goes on, but they won't send me a email or anything. Well, it would, but I have it set up. I don't know how to explain it. It's not motion censored, but if it sees activity, it will pick it up, and then I will get sounds like motion sensor, but I swear it's not. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I know, like State Farm, they cover it, and that's who we use for the cars and everything and stuff like in the house and all. I mean, I just had to basically take a video and then photos of everything that I have, and then update it every now and then. But, I mean, the downside of having it out in the shed, you're away from the family, which, don't get me wrong, can be a great thing at times. But 90% of the time, I would rather be in the house, in the basement or something like that, but I just don't have that option right now. So it would be nice to be able to be around the family more, and not feel like I'm distant from them. But at the same time, it's nice to kind of get out here and hang out and do my own thing, and get away and clear my head for an hour or two, which is nice. So, I mean, it's just all what you make it. Now, I'll tell you what, when I had the garage door, before I put the still door on, first I liked it. It wasn't bad. I was opening it up, when it was really nice out. But then I realized the insects and just the other critters that were coming in here, and it was just a matter of time until I found a snake in here. And then I'd burn the whole place down and be done with it. So, but no, the garage door caused a lot of dust and things of that nature. But since I got rid of that and put the still door on, the dust, the insects, everything has gone down considerably. Even the spiders. I've seen one spider since I put it on here. And not that I have a problem with spiders, but the biggest thing was, it was probably in September, I guess. I opened up the garage door and there was probably 50 to 60 crickets in the middle of the floor. And I'm like, oh, no, no, no. Distance is a good thing, less arguing. Yeah, it's pretty good on my end. Typical husband and wife, we get on each other's nerves at times, but it's usually done and over with within a matter of a minute or two. Because I realize that she's right regardless of what's going on. So I'm like, okay. But I like it. And don't get me wrong. I know I sat here earlier and said I wanted a bigger space. We all want a bigger space. But at the end of the day, to have what I have out here is phenomenal. I mean, to have the shed itself is a 12 by 20. Would I like it bigger? Of course. Anybody would. But I'm privileged to have what I have, because a lot of people don't even have that type of space. So to be able to put the electric in here and to do everything the way it needed to be done, I'm blessed on that. And that's the big thing too, Robert. If you're thinking about doing a shed, look at your different types of shed. And if you're going to go with a stick built shed, if you're going to have it built, that's not a problem. But if you're going to buy one that's already pre-built and maybe like change out the door and that sort of thing, and then go around and seal, exactly, Dave, go around and seal all the joints where the frame meets the floor and that sort of thing. Just fill it in with silicone, run a bead of silicone around it, seal it in, and make sure you put your electric and everything in first before you do your installation, of course. But make sure, if you plan on 6 outlets, put 8 in. Whatever you plan on doing, put times 2 or however you want to do it. Because I was originally going to put 4 in, and I ended up putting 8 in. So if you plan on putting 6 in, put 12 in, put 10 in. Just give yourself more than enough to play with. Now, what I did is I had a electrician. No, this one here is a stick-built shed. If I had my way, I'd go with one of those still sheds with the metal siding and the metal roof. That's probably what I would end up building later on, and that would probably end up being like if I had my way, a 20 by 20. But I probably don't have the money for that, so it'd probably be a 14 by 20, 26, something like that. But I had a contractor come in and do the actual panel and everything, the breaker box for the layout, and then me and my brother-in-law ran all the wiring for the lights and the outlets and everything, and then the gentleman came back and hooked everything up for us. Yeah, I'd imagine down there then, that's right, I forgot about you being in Florida, but probably a still shed would probably be the way to go. You're going to get the longevity out of that. I mean, the upkeep on this, Are you asking me, Dave, or Robert? If you're asking me, definitely. But I don't keep it temperature control. If you're asking Robert, he definitely needs a air condition. But I have my ceramic heater that I use, which heats up really nice, and then I have my window unit, which cools down really good. And but like I said, this fall, I'm looking at getting a mini split unit. I can get a mini split unit from Lowe's for about $800, and then I just got to get somebody to come out and hook up the electric to it and put the coolant in it for the air conditioning part. But so probably for right around $1,200, I'll get a climate controlled space year round that won't cost me but probably $20 to $30 extra a month on top of the heating, or well, on the electric bill, I should say, not the heating bill. Right now, I don't run my heater except when I'm out here, unless it's really cold. And then my air condition, probably this summer, I'm going to run it a little bit more than I did. But, hey, Dunk, normally, Dave, I don't run mine at all unless I'm out here in it. And that's why I leave my straight track unsoldered so it can move and expand and contract with the plywood. And that's also another reason why I've painted everything I have out here. I still have some painting to do, like that section back there, but I'll end up painting that, and that'll help with the expanding and contracting. Now, when we were looking at homes, before we bought this place, we came across a house that had, and it was a nice house. I can't remember why we didn't buy it. There was something wrong with it, or it needed something. I can't remember exactly what it needed. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But it had a 4-car garage, and I was like, huh, well, that'd be my layout room. Now, I wasn't going to take all four bays, but I was definitely going to take 2 bays and just completely seal off those doors, and then put up a wall between the 2 other bays. That way it would keep it airtight in there. But of course, like I said, it didn't work out, so we ended up with this place, which is a great place. And the good thing about this too, Robert, is I come right off of my driveway right into this, which is asphalt, so there's not a lot of tracking mud in or anything. When I used to come in on the side, when I had half the shed before, about a year and a half ago, I'd had to walk through the yard and everything like that, and it just, you could never really come out here if it was raining hard or anything like that. See ya, Dave. Have a good one, man. Sorry, I'm just sitting here playing with my bench work. Sitting here, I don't know if you guys can see it or not what I'm doing, but I'm just sitting here pressing on it, twisting on it, seeing how much flex it has. I'm buffering again. Yeah, Dwight, it might just be on your end, buddy. I've got full signal over here. Yeah, and I do apologize for those of you that are just joining. This is the start of the Yard Chatter series that I'll be doing every other Sunday, the 1st and the 3rd. Every 1st and 3rd Sunday of the month. And until I get everything figured out, I did 2 streams earlier, but it was buffering so bad because the Wi-Fi doesn't reach out here, so I've got to correct that issue. And then once I get that corrected, then I'm going to start using the Surface and getting more in-depth with the videos. But I plan on doing a Yard Chatter showcase episode, and that'll be once a month, and that'll be showcasing other people's layouts and what they have going on and that sort of thing. So I'm going to take the next few times that we do Yard Chatter to make sure that I've got everything down packed. So I'm kind of using this as a testing platform, if you will. Yeah, I'm going to delete the first 2 that I did, Dunk, because it completely sucked today because it was buffering so bad because I was using my phone as a hotspot for my Surface, which was just causing lag for whatever reason. But now I'm using just my phone, and it limits me with the program, the streaming program that I'm using, on what I can and can't do because it's being streamed by my phone. So as I get it more in depth with these, feel free to reach out to me and be like, hey, you know, I'd like you to showcase my layout and that sort of thing. And then we'll chat, and I'll tell you what I'll need, pictures and what videos, and that sort of thing. But I'm going to be wrapping this up here in a couple minutes. And just so you guys know, and I'm going to do a video. I think Dwight mentioned that I should do a video on that, and I will as I get closer to that time frame. That would probably be only about 30 minutes on a Sunday starting at 11 o'clock, so from 11 to 11:30. Now, the showcase episode may go a little bit longer since I will be doing 2 layouts per episode, so depending on the content that people get me and stuff like that. So I currently have 1 spot open for probably going to be in the March time frame. So if anybody's interested in slipping into that spot, let me know. But I'll probably end up taking the month of February just trying to get this streaming stuff down packed. I don't want to waste everybody's time on a Sunday, especially, you know, as the weather gets warmer and stuff. I figured a half-hour show would probably be more than enough. Not that I have anything against these hour shows, but if you're anything like me, I can't sit still for longer than 40 minutes. I'm having a hard time right now. If you guys can't notice, I'm moving around. Oh, like, let me out. And plus, I'm sure the little boy's up by now, so I think we're going to head out, and I'll get me my Wi-Fi extender. And hopefully I can get my channel, get me a few more subscribers. I seem to be stuck at like 363. I had a really good showing there for a while. I got over 100 subscribers in a week, and then it just stopped. I was like, wait, what happened? I thought I was at the promised land. Kept going, but no. Which is okay. Alright guys, well I'm going to go ahead and end this. And as I'm looking at it, I'm not even sure how to end it now that I'm using my phone. So that should be interesting. But I appreciate everybody. Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm at 363, I think it is. yeah, let me know. Keep me up to date, Robert. If you want, you can look me up on Facebook, and we'll figure. I can help you out some more with it. But like I said, the shed has a lot of advantages. Just take your time and really do your research on it. And once you get it, run your electric and everything, and you should be good to go. But, alright guys, I'm going to pull this phone off the thing here, because I got to figure out how to try to close this. Oh, okay, I figured it out. Never mind. But anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate it. And hopefully, as these videos go, or as Yard Chatter progresses, it gets better. The streaming gets better controlled, I should say. And the one thing I want to try to do is keep this interactive for everybody, so it's enjoyable. We all look forward to doing this. So bear with me for the next couple times that I do this. Like I said, I'm still learning the program, trying to get the Wi-Fi situated out here for us, and then hopefully it will get better as time goes on, and it'll be one of those enjoyable shows. So anyway, appreciate it, guys. Have a great Sunday, and we'll chat soon. Take care.